Well, hello, welcome back, whichever it is. I'm happy you're here. I don't know what all this is, but we're doing it. We're just gonna keep going with it because it's silly. I'm only kidding. Tonight's dinner, another quick and easy. We're gonna make a knockoff version of beef stroganoff that you can make on any weeknight, just like that. So let's get it, let's go. Let's heat up some pots. Okay, here's everything you're going to need and then some. I'm gonna start from the left. We're going to need some mushrooms. You could buy the fresh mushrooms or you can use the canned mushrooms. Either or, both doesn't matter. You also are going to need some sour cream. This is the smaller one, the 16 ounces, 16 ounces. You're not going to need all of that, but you probably can get away with the even smaller one, but that's what I had. I didn't have to buy this. I already had it. Egg noodles, ground beef, chicken, turkey, whatever you're going to use. Some of this, some of that. I've done it with half beef, half chicken to cut the cost. You need a medium onion, salt and pepper, Worcestershire sauce, beef broth, garlic or minced garlic, some olive oil, and some flour to thicken the gravy. Some people also add heavy whipping cream. I'm not doing that. Now, Eric's version of this that's going to make it non-dairy is, instead of the sour cream, the only thing we're changing out is that right there. And that's gonna get Eric to the same place we're going. So there it is. Okay, well, we're going to take the egg noodles. This is 12 ounces. We're just gonna start those over there. Gotta get a spoon to mix that up, and then we're gonna get to cutting up the onion and doing the rest. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the meat. Still a little bit frozen, but it'll do its thing. See that little piece in there? I'm gonna get every little piece out. Old frugal Franny over here can't let anything go. And the half I'm using. Trust me, the other half will get used. All right, so start with getting the meat in the pan. We're gonna start browning that up. Meanwhile, while this is trying to brown up, I'm gonna start chopping up the onion. So everybody knows how to brown up meat. And we have one medium onion. Okay. So we're about halfway through this pound and a half of meat. Looks like a lot. I'm almost half thinking I wish I didn't put the half in there, but I already did it, so. All right, so it's halfway through. I'm gonna put this onion. It looks like a lot of onion, and it is a lot of onion, but it cooks down. That's a medium onion. All right. So we're just going to cook these down till it gets translucent. Oh, nope. Almost forgot the garlic. Okay, so it calls for 2 cloves. Mr. Google told me that 1 teaspoon is equivalent to 2 cloves. So I'm going heavy because I like garlic, but I'm putting down I'm putting 2 teaspoons in there. 2 big teaspoons in there. Because I've made it before and I like it this way. So we're just going to cook these till these are translucent and start cooking down. And it'll empty out some of this oil in here so it's not in our food. But that's all you do. I just got to cook this a little bit. I'm going to turn it down though because I'm going to cook it till it's a big old piece in there. Until it's translucent. And then I'll show you what else. Okay, so I drained off the oil, extra oil, and the next step here is to add the mushrooms. Now, I don't know how you clean your mushrooms, but even when they're small like this, you just take a damp towel and you just go over them. I've done all of these already. They're going in. There's a few odds and ends here that I'm going to be cleaning off because I don't want to get sick. So we're going to add these into the pot. I'm probably going to break these up just a little bit, but I'm going to see how they break down in the pan. But we're going to saute these with the meat for about 5 minutes until they get, you know, soft to the fork. So that's the next step. We want to cook these in until they are well incorporated. There we go. It's going to make a lot of food, you guys. It's over there, okay. Yep, so we're going to take about 5 minutes and let this get going. My handy dandy dollar store scissors. Oh, I'm just going to break up a few of these mushrooms that are on the large side. Because they do eat mushrooms, but they don't eat them when they're giant. Like, they like the kind that kind, like that. But we're almost there. We're going to start adding some flavor. We've added no seasoning so far. All we did was an onion and these peppers. That's it. I've added nothing else to the pan. Well, garlic and onion. Now, I used to do this. I've said this many, many times. When I didn't have enough money, when I was, you know, a new mom, I used to take mushrooms and chop them up and put them in with beef because they have a beefy flavor to them, and the kids never knew, and I just didn't tell them they were eating mushrooms until there came a time where they knew mushrooms were in there and they didn't want to eat it, and then I told them. But there you go. We're going to let that simmer for about 5 minutes until they get fork tender. Okay. So that's cooked down quite a bit. Now we're going to We're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. We want that to cook down a little bit. Here's my little. We want to get the flour taste out of it. I'm just bringing some of the. That's not hamburger grease, that's a little bit of olive oil that I had added to it. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a roux. I want this to cook down a little bit so we don't get the flour taste, but you got to get it really mixed in with the food. Just going to start to come together really quick now. See how it's getting a little bit brown? That always tells me that my flour is right. Okay, now the recipe calls for 1 cup of beef broth, but I used 1.5 pounds. So I'm doing the 1 cup and the 1/2 cup because I used the extra. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of W sauce. Boop. Now, I say 2, but really I'm adding 3 because a 1/2 of one. So 2 for the recipe and 1 for the extra that I have in there. We're going to give that a minute to simmer, let it start to thicken up. We're getting right down to the bottom here. I'm actually going to need an extra pan for Eric because I got to pull some out for him before I put any sour cream in here. So we're just going to let that simmer, let it thicken up. So we're going to add some salt and pepper to taste. So whatever you like in your pepper, that's what you're going to put in there. I put nothing in here. Add some salt. I probably should use some pink salt that I have, but see, it's starting to thicken now. I'm going to pull a little bit of this out for Eric, for his plate, because we are going to be adding sour cream. Now, you could use, instead of sour cream, you could use heavy whipping cream and sour cream if you so desire, but I don't have heavy whipping cream, so we're not using any. Alrighty, so now everything is simmered. It's thickened up nicely. I took some out for Eric already. She's got nice. It's thickened up. I'm going to turn off the heat, and we're going to add a 1/3 cup of sour cream. For a minute, I thought my sour cream was bad. I was getting ready to get upset. Alrighty. Here's my 1/3 cup. Now, I added a little bit more than the 1 pound it calls for. So I'm just going to go heavy with it and see how that looks when I get it in there. This is going to be so good, you guys. I haven't had this in years. Now you're just going to incorporate that in. Now I've already cooked, I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I think I did, yeah, right in the beginning. I've already cooked the pasta. It's over here sitting in the colander. I ran it under some cold water earlier to stop it from cooking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run it under a little bit of warm water just to heat it up. So I'm going to let this simmer, let it brown up a little bit, because I know it doesn't have the best of color to it, but I'm just going to let it simmer for just a second, not long. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to turn everything off and taste it first. Then we're going to go from there. Okay, so here's Eric's. I added his sour cream to it. I'm just letting it just come together. I know it doesn't have the best of color, but it really is yummy. So let me get things plated up. I got the pasta already cooked. I got this ready to go. I got that ready to go. We got some corn in the microwave, and we have a nice salad being ready to come on the table. So there you go. Let me, just give us, I don't want to burn the pan. Yeah, I don't want to cook this, so everything's off. That's me at the table. If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, Eric, you have the beef stroganoff made with the plant-based sour cream. Yasmin, Yaya, she's got the regular type of sour cream in hers. So let's give it a go. Neither one of them have eaten this before that I've made. I don't know, well, I know Eric hasn't, but I don't know about Yasmin at school. All right, give it a go. No?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
It's actually pretty good? Did you think it was going to be bad because it looks gray? I know. I have to zhuzh up the color somehow, right? What do you think, Eric?
No, but that's
pretty
good.
good.
That's good.
Pretty good? So is it a winner beef dinner or is it winner garbage dinner?
Garbage. I'm joking. It's the best.
The best? Good?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah? All right, let's get the others over here. Let's go. And there you have my plate. Last but least. Or not least. I'm trying not to make too much of a noise when I turn it. There's nothing under it. But that's my plate. I gotta say it. What is it, guys? Yummy? Yummy! Yummy! Woo! All right, so here's the wrap up. What do you think? Do you think they like the beef and the sour cream and the onions and the mushrooms? You tell me. Nothing left. Nothing but a little tiny flavor on the bottom. That is it, y'all. It is good. I just hope you try it. Hope you like it. And just leave me a comment. Either way, I really do like them. Okay. Well, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.